What is going on, folks? Hopefully, you guys are having a good night tonight. Tuesday night. We are in the new year and we're rolling. Um, it's been a long day for me. Oh, wow! I just took off my mic for whatever reason. Oh my word! Hold on. We're we're struggling out of the gate, folks. Oh wow. Okay, I gotta tighten this up. Um, that was interesting. Oh boy, I feel like Josh over here. No, just kidding. Ah! Oh man, yeah, this thing literally. Yeah, I don't know what this thing may fly off again. I don't know. Um, let's see here. Let's go. Thibodeau always gives you trouble about the audio, so I figured I had to as well or something. I don't know. Uh, let's see here. Ryan, what's going on, bro? Yo from South Florida. It's got to be warmer down there than it is here. It's got to be. It's just got to be. Um, it was what, like 15 degrees or something this morning? Got up to like 25, 28. Warmed up to still below zero, or still below freezing. Go figure. Whatever. Yeah, it's been a day. Um, I had I had some deliveries today. Um, Actually talked to a guy on the phone that, you know, um, with everything that I've been kind of going through, I kind of even noticed it myself on the phone with a customer. I wasn't as maybe antsy, or I don't think I'm really that pushy, but I usually respond a little faster to people on the phone because I want to keep the conversation going and those things. But I noticed I was much more relaxed on the phone with this customer, and he basically walked himself from, yeah, I think I'm gonna keep shopping around. I don't know. I need a dumpster soon. I need a 15 yard. And he basically ended up talking himself into having me come right then and there, bring him a dumpster. And it was kind of like, if you lean into it, they can feel that. So they feel pressure. I was leaning back. I was like, yes, sir. Just let me know when you're ready. If I can be of any help, and I'll be right there. I'm at the yard right now. I can do it now until anytime later tonight. Just let me know what you need, because you needed it, really today. And so he's like, actually, yeah, let's do that. I'm like, okay. So that was neat to kind of experience that a little bit. I know there's been many, many times where, if you're under pressure, oftentimes you kind of give that vibe. You kind of, that pressure, you know, encompasses you or whatever. If you feel, the hand at your throat kind of a thing. But I wasn't, and I was just relaxed more than at least usual. And I noticed that. And, I mean, he kind of, it was interesting. It was interesting. So yeah, that was cool today. Frozen dumpsters. I do have a little show and tell for you. Um, Little show and tell. I'll share that in a little bit here, but a little show and tell from one of my dumpsters, which was just a blessing. So yeah, interesting stuff with that. But uh, yeah, it's been a day. I am legitimately tired. I came home, I got all done. I took a nap. I needed it. Um, Under normal circumstances, I probably wouldn't need a nap, but I have been taking more naps recently because everything going on. So it's been it's been interesting. So let's see. Kate Covington, what's going on? 2025. Bring on the dumpster and demolition work, bro. Uh, demolition work is probably just a little bit down the road for me over here with the old frozen temperatures out there. But I believe that is here this year for me as well. He's laughing over here. Well, hobby equipment, what's going on? Was up 47, bro. I don't know if that's cold for you over there, but I would love 47. Man, I've got a Milwaukee heated jacket that I've had for like 7 or 8 years, ever since they very like first came out. They were the only ones who made it. Now there's everybody and their brothers making heated jackets with, lining that's heated, whatever. Trying to cook you, don't get past medium rare kind of a thing. And I've been wearing that like nobody's business. I got a bunch of more batteries. And so I've got one fully charged, and then I got a backup that I keep in the little pouch that it kind of stores in your back left area of your back. And definitely kept me heated today. In the cold trucks, different trucks I was driving today. And yeah, so grateful for heat. Normally I enjoy the cold, but this is a little colder than cold. So Lyle, what's going on? Gotta love them frozen dumpsters, bro. Yeah, transfer station, and this is a part of my show and tell, but transfer station, they pulled out the I can't remember what it's called. The attachment for the loader that literally looks like almost a sword. It's basically an I-beam with a different type of tip that helps scratch the bottom of the dumpster, essentially with a little cross beam. And almost a full 20-yard was completely frozen. Maybe a foot of my 20-yard dumpster was just, it was bad. It was real bad. Dude, it's freezing. It's 51. Bro, what are we talking about right now? What are we talking about, bro? Oh, you poor thing, man. Tommy F, Massachusetts, been shoveling frozen dumpsters all week. Started at 16 today, got to 27. I'm right there with you. There's a 15-yard that I've had sitting at the yard that I know the entire thing is a block. The entire thing. And I might bring that over to Bella's going to town over there. I might bring that over to the transfer station, but they're going to have to use that thing to do the entire thing. And they're not, there's always some stuff stuck to the bottom, and it's kind of that season where, and I, kind of almost forgot about how bad it really was, but where telling customers, hey, listen, I've dug out this 15-yard as much as I possibly can, or whatever size. And I've talked about it. I've flirted about, what if I did something to put on the floor of the dumpster? What if I got one of those, torpedo heaters, lift up the dumpster a little bit, heat up the bottom of the dumpster. Maybe that does some damage. Today, I just thought about a new idea. What if I asked ServPro if I could drop one of my dumpsters off in one of their kind of bigger warehouses that they have at the storage yard, that's a part of the heated, I believe it's a heated storage area, or a part of the building that is. Inevitably, the heat transfer has got to be warmer than what it is outside. Maybe that's enough. What if I paid them a little bit of money to be able to do that? Seems like a little bit much. If I was in an emergency for like the next day, something was going on, I couldn't get, whatever. Maybe that's a possibility, but I don't have a place to just drop off a dumpster and just cook my dumpster inside of a garage or whatever. That's not really a possibility. So maybe a good idea, maybe a bad idea, or not worth it idea. That's fine. But I thought about that earlier today. VPS, what's going on? Hey, what's up, Daniel? Hope you are doing better this week. I got my first frozen dumpster of the year, bro. Yeah, it's one of those things, man. And there's colder places than Indiana, that's for sure. Longer winters, more and more snow, more and more colder temperatures. And what are you going to do? It's like, unless you got some crazy help or some operation rescue this dumpster from being a popsicle, I mean, your dumpster's kind of unusable. And I guess I don't have that big a problem. I should be grateful for the little trouble I have, seemingly. But last year I had a frozen deer carcass. Like, they gutted the deer in my dumpster, blood and guts everywhere, completely frozen to the bottom of the dumpster. Then they threw trash on top to hide it. We're talking a whole rib cage. Also some other hides and skins of like a fox or coyote. I don't know. Whatever in the world they were doing, they did the business in my dumpster. And bro, I was chipping away at a rib cage. It was my last 20. At the time, I only had 220s, and I'm chipping away at a deer skeleton in my dumpster. I'm like, surely, surely, bro, this is not real. Oh man, and I put it in my contract since then. Um, didn't think I had to, but I don't put animal carcasses in my dumpster, bro. Like, whether it's frozen or not, dude, like, what are we talking about here? Unbelievable. So yeah, all the fun. They won't scratch out for us. Got to use a floor scraper or shovel. I'm going to take a roofing torch to one tomorrow. Wow. Man, a roofing torch to one tomorrow, bro. It's just a lot. It's just a little much, dude. Incredible. The things we go through. You're a dumpster company, and yet you're cooking. I mean, literally. Ben Iron Bins, what's going on? Hello from the frozen north. Hope all is well. Glad to have you here, sir. Yeah, we're cooking here. Busy day today. Yeah, it's been interesting. VPS says, did you get your 7-yard yet? If you did, have you used it yet? No. Don't have the 7-yard yet. I told Raider, I got the 21st. I'm getting the 25 fairly soon. And then I told him, honestly, it's just going to get snow. It's just going to be sitting in the elements. Presumably, the 7-yard, really only wanting to use it for concrete or different heavier materials. So, I don't have that, officially on the books yet. Paid for essentially, but not using that yet. So all the fun with that as well. But we'll get that here probably last. And then we may be doing another round of, oh my word, I skipped a comment. Another round of 20s. We'll see. See how things go. John, put diesel in your cans. When you drop it off, just spray a thin coat with a Gardner sprayer. Man, I think I might take you up on that. I've got the, excuse me. I've got one of those, I'm assuming it's the same thing we're talking about. Little pest control sprays. You could, spray your house or, excuse me. Type of a sprayer. It's electric, from Harbor Freight. So, but turn it to the mist setting and maybe just tell the customer, I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't even notice. Doesn't even matter. Maybe that's enough. Evidently, it is for you up in Maine. Sounds like so. I might try that out on one and just see what happens. See if I'm regretting not doing that this entire time or what's going on. But yeah, glad to have you guys here. Something I want to talk with you guys about, and I think I've briefly mentioned it um, recently, but I some personal reflection and stuff going on with my own growth as a business owner, and there's plenty to be had. But reflecting on this last year, what did it look like? Um, did I miss out on anything? And I can unfortunately say that I missed out on easily 20, 30 grand that I left on the table. And I want to dive into this a little bit because I really think that maybe it's a different situation for you. Maybe it's a different set of problems you're dealing with. You're trying to navigate. Um, but for me, this last year, more than ever before in the past, I I basically was convinced. I told myself, um, you're not getting any more dumpsters until your utilization rate, your when a dumpster comes in, another dumpster goes out, and you just basically stay sold out. And and the fact was, I was for I didn't keep. I mean, I guess I can go look back and see, but I was sold out or almost sold out within a day. The next day, somebody else called for this size and went out um, for a couple months, probably more than that. And I realized that I call it perfectionism, call it trying to be efficient. In my mind, that's what I was telling myself. I was telling myself, until you are fully booked out, people are being turned away, all these things. You're not going to do that. And then that ended up happening like the second half of the year on a fairly regular basis. But the first half of the year, or even into the third quarter, I realized that I was missing out on customer after customer due to size issues. They wanted a 20. I only had a 15. It was my last 15. I got nothing else for them. Or they wanted a dumpster, a 15 or a 20. And I say, I don't have either of those, but I got a dump trailer. However, it's a little bit further off the ground, a little bit different situation. They're like, nah. And so I'd go, oh, okay, well, I guess they're just not my customer. I guess, not my problem. I have what I have. I'm still not satisfied with the efficiency. So I'm still not ordering dumpsters. And maybe I am the only one. And if I am, cool. But I'm sure this comes up for every business owner in some way or another, whether it's advertising, whether it's hiring, whether it's getting more trucks, whatever it may be. The being addicted to the efficiency, the utilization rate, the ability to see everything going before we take another risk. And the truth is, we've all already taken a risk. We got into the business. We're here. Like, if you're not growing, you're dying. And growth doesn't always look like more numbers, bigger numbers, all those things. At times it can be efficiency. It can be hidden factors that you don't see on the surface. But for me, this last year, it finally, towards the end of the year, it finally clicked. And I realized, Daniel, you have inevitably, by what you're so proud of the efficiency, you're so proud of this and that, about making things work, and not being too taking too much of a gamble, of a risk, buying more dumpsters. Well, I know I'm going to be in the game. I know I'm only increasing my reach. I know I'm only building a customer base. Buying more dumpsters. Now, buying 100 dumpsters when you only have 5, 10, 20, that might be a little bit of a jump. Um, little bit different situation like that. But buying another 5, another 10, whatever you already currently have, like, is that such a crazy thing to do? And it it hit me, nail in the head, whatever you want to say. Towards the end of the year, I'm like, wow, the number of times I've had those calls and I didn't have what they wanted. I didn't have it when they needed it, and I missed out. All the name of efficiency. And I'm the one who missed out. I'm the one who, felt better about myself, prideful of all the things I've been doing. And it's just, dude, it's a lie. Like, to it, for me and my circumstances, it was a lie. And I'm going, yes, yay, I did it. You also missed out on dozens and dozens and dozens of customers that you didn't have what they needed when they wanted it. And you're the fool. You're the person, maybe not a fool, but you're the person who didn't get the money. That, I mean, different situations happen, but I referred them to my local buddy. If they needed a 30, if I couldn't, if I had just a 20 or something, the 30 situation, 215s, 220s, something like that, it is what it is. But really kind of eating my own words, and really just kind of, I don't know, just like, just dealing with the aftermath. Like, you're the one who missed out, Daniel. And we can sometimes get the blinders put on. We can't see outside of just narrowly what we're thinking about, what we're doing. As I said, we're already risk takers. We're the gamblers, except we're taking calculated risk when we make some of these decisions. Buying more dumpsters isn't a crazy idea for a dumpster business. It's not a wild thing to want to go into it. Huh? Okay. Okay, cool. So I hope this can be a help to you. Maybe there's a situation, maybe exactly this, or maybe not, something entirely different. I don't know. That you have maybe not taken action. You have played the safe card, and sometimes there's times business. It's it's an organism, almost. It fluctuates, and there's times where you do, or you can be playing defense at the same time as you're trying to grow your business. But for myself, this situation, I'm kind of eating my own pride, or whatever you want to say, and just acknowledging, yeah, you are the one who missed out on this, and your business could have grown. It could have done a lot, and it didn't. And the only reason why it didn't was because you didn't pull the trigger. It wasn't because of the financing. I could have gotten the financing, the payment on the financing, or buying outright dumpsters would have been fine. It would have been okay. And yet here we are. And so I'm learning from my own mistakes, and all to that effect as well. Just because this situation happens doesn't mean we swing all the way across the street into the other side of the ditch. Oftentimes, it's hard to find balance, which is a deceiving word. It's not 50-50, perfectly narrow. Um, but oftentimes we swing all the way to the other side of the road and we're in the other ditch. And now we're overextending ourselves. Now we're putting ourselves at not just calculated risk, but in the danger zone. And eventually, oftentimes, I would say people eventually find it after they've learned lessons in both directions. And they kind of, it's almost like bowling. The gutters on either side, and eventually you're like, growing up and learning to play bowling. I don't know. Is that how you say it? Play bowling. Um, the adults put up the bumpers for you to stay inside the bounds. And so as we learn, finding that balance of what that looks like, that's your own journey. That's your own experience. For me, I just found another aspect in my business where I've been in the gutter over here, and now I'm trying to not swing past to go to the other side of the lane, my lane, and go into the gutter that way. So, let me know your thoughts here in the comments. Is this something that you've experienced, maybe in different ways? Maybe not at all. Maybe I'm the only person. That's fine if it's just me. But this is something that navigating this, it's the process of being a business owner. It's not just one or two things here or there, and everything just tends to maybe work out. There are growing pains. There's a process. And if we're not thoughtful, we can even miss when we've been in the gutter to not be able to recorrect and also not overcorrect. And so, a word to the wise, this is something this year I could have done something. I could have taken more action. I could have taken a calculated risk. And I don't even want to think about this aspect, but like, dude, a number of customers that I missed out on because I didn't have what they needed when they wanted it. And I didn't take action when I could have. And being so confident of what you know and what you have, and you're just going to be so efficient with what you do, which isn't like inherently a bad thing. Like, be more efficient, but be more efficient as you're scaling your business. Be more efficient with the things that you know, the calculated risk that you are taking along the way that is like in your wheelhouse. I made a video recently about my buddy and his Bobcat doing shed and garage stuff. First time doing that. It worked out great. Normally it doesn't. Normally junk removal stuff, that type of deal hasn't worked out well. I haven't done that much. I have next to no reps in it. Go figure. Like, I don't have that many reps in junk removal, but I do with dumpsters. And so buying a piece of equipment or either renting some equipment, paying a buddy to help me just do it myself and learn on my own and just figure it out the hard way or more harder, whatever. That's outside of my dumpsters. That's outside of my wheelhouse for sure. That is a little bit more of a risk. It's not so much calculated because I don't have experience in it. I don't have the reps. But the way you get the reps is by getting reps. And so, anyways, that's my thought for you tonight. I frankly a little disappointed in myself, but at the same time, like, I'm grateful I at least caught this. It was unfortunately, it was such a loud voice towards the end of the year. I'm like, okay, I can't ignore this. Like, I missed out. My business could have grown bigger. I I would have had even more money in the bank. Like, it's unfortunate, but it's a part of the lessons we learn in business. And these types of situations could happen in any part of it. And if we don't have the blinders taken off, if we don't stop a second and go, okay, what did just happen? Did I miss anything? If we don't do that, we're not going to be able to correct it. And we're constantly learning. Everybody out there, whatever size business you're at, there's always new problems. They might be different problems, but we've got to be able to find a way. And we first have to know that there's a problem. We first have to be willing to admit or recognize, okay, did this work out well? No. Why? Ask the questions. And that's not my only problem this year, but that's the loudest. It's easiest to go, okay. Like, I get it. I'm not happy about it either, but I get it. And that's the deal. So want to share that with you here. I might talk about it in a video or something, because this really did get underneath my skin. It is upsetting to me, knowing what I did. And but moving forward, I can correct that, and hopefully not overcorrect. So that's my plan. I already have an order of dumpsters cooking. And I think there will be another order to catch up with what could have been. That's not ridiculous for my trajectory of my business. Still care about efficiency, still care about different things like that. But it's a little bit hard pill to swallow. So yeah, appreciate you guys listening to me. I only share this to spark some questions in your mind. Maybe that's a thing you've experienced. Maybe it's not. Maybe there's something else entirely. I don't know. Maybe this could be a help. Jared, what is the most interesting thing you found in a dumpster and kept it? Everybody else, this is my brother-in-law. If you want to comment, I would love for you to let him know what you have found in your dumpsters. He does not have a dumpster business. So, yeah, I found a full-size canoe that I sold to a homeless man who floated down the river with his dog and his hamster, which is kind of crazy. Today I just found Apple AirPods, not AirPods, not the wired AirPods, whatever, earbuds. But I also found the charging cord, brand new in the Apple box charging cord. So I took that because I've got an iPhone. I've found snowblower that's better than the current snowblower I have that works. Brought that home. An auger, weed eaters, a few tools, a number of tools, sockets. Found those. What else? I made one video about a pretty big haul of that type of equipment that I found at a dumpster and kept, or the customer told me about. Let's see what else. Oh, one of those large, like not potted plants, not the plant itself, but the pot for it. We brought that home to, we got like cilantro and basil growing in that next to our garden. A big pot, pulled that out of a dumpster and, using that a number of different things. But, yeah, the full size canoe in the dumpster without a hole in it that I sold to a homeless guy who is on the Tippecanoe River with his dog and his hamster was as unbelievable as that sounds. Uh, pretty ridiculous. So that's my answer. Tommy F. I'm only a small guy and try to be as efficient as possible. But if I miss one job because I'm short a dumpster, I'm losing sleep and trying to order a dumpster as soon as possible. Tommy, I don't think you're crazy for doing that. I might have used to think like, okay, settle down. Because what about, in my mind, I hear, what about all the other times where half your dumpsters are sitting there? What then, Daniel? You don't need them then. You only miss out on the one here or there sparingly. However, it added up this last year for me. So I'm more on board with you, Tommy, than I've ever been. That is for sure. Tommy, I had a buddy tell me who's been pretty successful. Treat your phone like an ATM machine. Excuse me. And everyone that calls is worth more than that one job they're calling for. Look at all the possible referrals. It's maybe not an exponential thing, exponential growth going straight up, but truly, one customer, one call could be thousands, or for some companies, tens of thousands, hundreds, scaling with that company, whatever. Lifelong customer. As just like there's tons of tire kickers, there's tons of people, I'm just calling for pricing. There's the customers that they're more than just a dollar. It's a relationship, all of those things, but a gold mine. And I cringe. I'm using my own pain to use for good for the future of, I'm never going to forget this. Like, no matter what business I'm in, how big the business gets, the pain of this experience, it slapped me around quite a bit. It really has. And sometimes, unfortunately, we can't learn from other people's mistakes because we can't connect the dots for ourselves. And it does take us just failing on our own and getting up again, learn from it and go. But it took me to fail on my own this year in that regard. And it's a humbling experience. Definitely. Toto, today I dumped one from a basement clean out. It had LED studio panel lights for videos, along with some awesome camera equipment. Took out an empty back to them and found out it was oh my, wow. Okay. Wow. That is, wow. Wow. There's crazy stuff on our dumpsters. if you're seeing the 101 group, there's some crazy stuff in the pictures that people will post. But let's see here. I think I did get oh wow. Oh wow. Here we go. Let me show and tell this. Thibodeau just sent me some pictures of the light. Dude, that looks like a high quality light too. Let me airdrop this to my computer and then pull this puppy up. Dude, that's pretty cool. Share screen. Here we go. Dude. Is that a Rove? Or is that a GVM? Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's not an Amazon light. That's that looks like a serious battery, looks like a serious setup, all set together and it works. Dude, incredible. Set up for the shop already, man. Let's go. Heck yeah. That's got to be, I don't know, that looks like hundreds. 500 bucks, 300 bucks, somewhere in there. That's awesome. That is awesome. Man. Dude, let's go. That's a killer find, man. And I was telling I talked to my brother-in-law Jared a little earlier. I was telling him, it's it's not every dumpster that you find something that's actually valuable. I've pulled out like extension cords because I just needed an extra one or a longer one or a short one or whatever at the house. It's not every time, but one out of maybe 10, maybe more than that. I don't know. Then I noticed something and like, actually, I could use that. And if I couldn't, I'll just throw it into another dumpster and be done with it. Give myself some time. And if I can't find a use for it, then it's out. Or if it doesn't work at the end of the day or whatever, then it is what it is. So, man, Wally gone. What's going on? I'm glad to have you here. He's going to be Hollywood Studios with that light, dude. I believe Thibodeau Services. I don't think he's making more content on Thibodeau Services YouTube channel, but he does make other content on John Up North. And I believe he started off this channel right here, John Up North. That's his other channel. He's talking about his 3D printing business. If you need some dumpsters, go to him. 3D dumpsters, apparel, accessory stuff, freaking shirts, hats. Where's my hat? There's other hats back there, but he's talking about that. He's talking about his business, woodworking, of course. So yeah, he really is going to be Hollywood, cooking with that light. That is awesome. His light though is already seemingly pretty good in his other videos on that channel. So he doesn't have the weird room that I'm in where I have to set up lights here, and I still feel like it doesn't really work well. But man, VPS, I've been holding on not to spend money on marketing until this year. Wow. And I hope it will pay off. I started with SEO for now, but if I don't have a dumpster in stock, I'm freaking out right away, bro. Oh man. Yeah. The fear or the maybe lack of seeing value in certain things or whatever you want to call that, I'm not judging because I'm literally going through some of these things myself. It's a legitimate thing where we can see, well, this is working. Why rock the boat? Why mess with something and then be nervous in a different type of way? I'm not going to go into everything again, but I do understand that. It's a challenge, man. It's a process. Us kind of working through these things, seeing what works, what's dipping our toes into the water. We're already fully into the water as a whole already. But kind of on the other side of the question, could this work? Could it hurt you? Is there only upside? Obviously, money is a thing, and we got to spend it wisely. But investing in your business, investing in whatever it may be, investing in assets. Of course, dumpsters, they don't last for forever, but they do last quite a while. The resale value of them is seemingly still strong, even in this market. I'm sure there's people squeezing their cheeks, hoping to survive wintertime, get through December, January, February. I wouldn't doubt it if we do see people who can't hold out, who Maybe they have overextended themselves. They're in the opposite side of the fence from me, and they have overextended themselves, and now they're selling stuff off. Maybe everything. Maybe they're like, it's just not working. I can't take the pressure. I can't, whatever. Um, it's a whole other set of problems, but um, it's a process. It's a process. Thibodeau, I have a box heading your way, bro. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much. Um, I will be glad to share it on the channel. Thank you. Whatever it is, I literally have no idea, but thank you. I'll take anything and everything. So, yeah, man. Yeah, is there anything going on for you guys? Have you been running into different types of trouble? Are you navigating something? What was your biggest takeaway from 2024? I know we're pushing to 2025, full steam ahead, all these things, but I feel like there needs to be a moment, and maybe you've already done that in your business and probably should have, like I have. But is there something, a takeaway from 2024 that you were like, I get it. This is something I have to pivot into, pivot away from, whatever it may be. Is there something like that for you? Let me know. We're about 47 minutes in. I did kind of want to share this. I didn't share it at the beginning, but wanted to give you a little bit of an update, health wise. I go to the doctor tomorrow. My primary care doctor. I've not been to any doctor since the cancer doctor told me the news down in Indy. What I have been doing, water fasting, which means no food at all and only drinking water, no supplements, no additives, no electrolytes, any of that. Today is, what is today? How many days? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is day 19. I'm ending day 19 with zero food, drinking water. I definitely don't have as much, just fully transparent. I don't have as much energy as I normally would. I still did full days of work today. With how slow it has been, has not happened that often. Being honest with you, out out and about, not just working at the computer at home doing stuff like that. But I've lost a little over 38 pounds. My inflammation all over. I don't know if you can tell it, my face. As I've lost weight, I can feel my skin, not feel it, but I've noticed I don't have a bunch of extra flabby skin. I mean, this is still fat, but I don't have like loose skin. That's tightening up. I think I'm probably 5 inches smaller on my waist. I keep having to stab new holes in my belt to be able to keep my pants up because they keep falling down. I'm staying hydrated as much as possible every single day. I'm doing some other additional things as I go. I'm in no serious pain. I'm getting as much help circulation wise with my body for my lymphatic system to detox and do all these things. My mind is, just being honest, this is the hardest thing I maybe have ever done. This is mentally fighting through my mind, just circling back to food a lot of times. And frankly, there's no risk of me running down to the kitchen and getting some food. I've brought care of food. I've done everything seemingly around food. And that's not a concern for me. Um, but it feels like I'm the addiction. I'm addicted to food. And we probably would all say that and smile. However, I'm not smiling. I mean, I guess I'm laughing now, but rather laugh than cry. But like, being addicted to food, it's there's a drug. It is a drug, and yeah, there you go. And not giving my whole life story or whatever, but um, my relationship with food is not a healthy one, and not even like in quantity as well as quality. It's never been good, and so my lifestyle has to change um, to still be here in the future. If I'm going to be, that's got to change. And so um, that's been it's I've never been on hard drugs to be able to say it's just like that, but from what I can imagine, it is a tormenting thing um, to go through um, mentally what I'm going through. And there's people who have gone through far worse than me. I'm not putting myself on the cross. That's not what I'm doing. But it has been one of the toughest things I've ever done. And in high school, when I wrestled, football was easy compared to wrestling. Wrestling is 99% mental. Real wrestling, high school wrestling, whatever you want to say, um, it is mind over matter. And I know my dad has said, and I don't know if it's a quote from somebody else or whatever, but if you don't mind, it doesn't matter. And um, as where is it? Over here, being relentless. It's a fun little phrase. I take it seriously. In business, I want in life. I don't really just kind of wimp out and just fall off. If I do something, there's a reason why I did something. If I changed something, otherwise, I'm trucking, regardless of what's happened. That's just how I operate. Um, so for me, this is mind over matter. In my mind, I will win the mental game. Um, Maybe I'm using anger for good or something, but um, I feel like I have a rage inside of me that is just like aggressive with this type of situation. And um, I know my body is healing itself. I've talked a little bit about what the body does when you water fast. Your body literally heals itself. I can go into all that if you'd like, but you can, if you even care, do your own research. Look up water fasting. What are the benefits of it? What can it do to the body? All these different things. I'm not just losing weight, inflammation going down, sleep apnea disappearing, a ton of other things. Like I have a laundry list of all the things that have stopped or that have started that are good. And along with that, I am 100% confident that the tumor that I have is already shrinking and it's healing itself. We'll get the professional opinion. I can't go into great detail, but I know the tumor is actually shrinking and it is healing. And just within the 19 days that I've done this, um, I know it to be true. And so we'll go to the doctor tomorrow. He doesn't know what happened at the specialist, and respectfully the fool that he was. And since then, I've even talked to other doctors, and Kara's talked to people at her work, doctors and nurses, and they're like, The first thing he wants to do when he first meets you is says you have to do surgery, and that's the only option. And they're just going to nuke you afterward. Like, that's insane. Nobody does that. That is unheard of. And so, if you're joining the live, oh, Dumpsters to you. What's going on? What's up, Daniel? Sorry, I'm late. I'm kind of just talking about health stuff right now with me. I've been talking about dumpsters and stuff going on. If you want to watch the playback, you definitely can. But yeah. If you weren't here in the last live stream, I found out I have lymphatic cancer in the pelvis area, and there's a tumor, and basically we're winning. And it's seemingly it feels too good to be true. But everything I've looked up online, which is a sketchy thing to say, says that a cancer tumor responds this way. And I know that to be true and already happening for me. So we're going to be going back to the doctor tomorrow, telling him, here's what that doctor said. And I said, no, thanks. And either refer me to a specialist who isn't a fool. A little bit of rage in that as well. I'll have to hold back. Or can you continue to monitor me on a regular basis while we get scans and you continue to see my progress? And I don't know if he's willing to do that. If he wants to touch that, he's not a cancer doctor. Maybe he doesn't know. He doesn't want to, liability reasons. He doesn't want to say, oh yeah, I'll take care of it. Or I'll be the person to go through this with you. I get it either way. But I don't even know if he understands what water fasting is. The specialist doctor asked me, what is water fast? When I told him, he's like, how you doing? What's going on? What have you been doing? I've been water fasting. What's that? Okay. I don't even know what to tell you. You're not going to believe me even if I told you. It sounds too good to be true. That's cool. Whatever, knock yourself out. But yeah, we'll see. I think he's a little bit more alternative in general. My primary doctor, so I think he's willing to listen to me a little bit and maybe humor me, and see, and as I share what I've experienced and shown him, and then we're going to do blood work as well, and any other tests he wants to do. I'm fine with that. Knock yourself out. But and then I'm going to tell him kind of the program that I'm kind of trying to follow. Essentially starving out the cancer cells, them dying, but also the body is attacking them and dissolving them. And the body is recovering in that way. So I still don't know when exactly. I've had moments of weakness in the last week or so, questioning whether I'm going to start going to liquids and then solids and then go into another fast later on, or if I am going to wait it out. I'm not in any physical pain. Things have, unbelievable things have been going on. And the body's not just healing one area of the body, it's healing everything. It's really cool. It really is cool. So, do your own research on that. If you don't believe me, totally cool. It is what it is. But that's kind of where I'm at. So tomorrow I'll find out a little bit more. I plan to talk with he calls himself a wellness coach, not legally, whatever, because mainstream, medical system is never going to allow natural things that don't cost tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're never going to be okay with that. So I'll probably have a meeting with him after that to review everything that doctor said and continue talking through this stuff. But it's been a ride already. And I would love to, it would be really cool to just literally outwill the cancer tumor and just not eat until it's completely gone, completely healed, everything's cool, blah, blah, blah. Well, the truth is that might not happen. I might need to break my fast and go into refeeding and then do more cycles of this. And I'm cool with that. I've kind of initially, I was like, you know what? There's a lot more of me than it. And I have a lot more to give, or whatever you want to say. So anyways, it's been interesting, but one cool kind of crazy thing, this is my left hand and I'm married and there's not a ring on my finger. Um, I don't have any expiration date on our marriage certificate. So the ring should still be there. However, I have lost weight. I mean, I can feel it in the back of my head. I don't know if you can see it or not, but like it was used to be like a fat, like sack or whatever that would just be just back here. That's gone. It's just regular skin. Like there's not a huge whatever back here. Odd places to lose weight, but definitely needed to. My arms feel actually like not extra flabby, back of my head, and also my finger. My wedding ring has been falling off for the last week or so. And today, when I was uh, doing a swap out, my it fell on the ground, and I've been shaking it to see, is this going to fall off? I don't want this to fall off at the wrong time and not notice it or whatever. Well, it dropped in the snow, and thankfully it wasn't that much snow, and so I was able to pick it up. I put it in my jacket. Excuse me. And it is my finger has lost whatever skin, fat, inflammation. I don't even know, but it is significantly. Honey, do you have my ring? Yeah, could you grab it real quick? I kind of want to show you guys, but it is like significantly. It's in the I think it's in the black my black jacket in the right pocket, right front. It is significantly smaller and literally just fell off. So I was outside, my hand's cold, you know, less blood flow in your hand or something. I don't know, maybe that was it, but it fell off like twice at the same place. I'm like, I'm gonna lose this thing. I'm trying to not. So real quick, Ryan, hey bro, just praying this works out for you for the best. You're a beast. Keep doing you and listen to your body, dude. 100%. And that's this last week. I have had moments where I'm like, okay, is this it? Like, is this where I flip the switch and say, I'm done with this? And I, refeed and go through it. And I pushed through it a little bit more and it passed and everything was cool. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to put myself in harm's way, but this definitely was not comfortable. And so definitely listen to my body. 100%. Thank you, honey. So here's the ring. Of course, it stays on right now, but I'm like barely touching this. Perfect. Well, okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this ring can now fit.
Well, you have to say that you're also outside.
Yes, I did. I was outside, all that, whatever. But it's been regularly, even in in the shower and all that. But this can now fit like on my middle finger. I know for a fact this wouldn't have gone past my knuckle. Like anyway, it's not crazy, whatever, but I mean it kind of is crazy. This can even fit past my knuckle and my thumb, which never would I ever be able to do this in the past. So anyways, we're getting a new ring. I'm married and I'm happy about it. So this just isn't going to work for right now. So Pretty cool. VPFs, how long are you going to go without food, and what kind of meal will be your first? Um, like I said, I don't know how long. This is the end of day 19, 1-9. Um, People go 20, 40, 60. I know there's one guy that's a little different. He only eats watermelon. He only ate watermelon for a whole year. Whole other conversation. This is not a health channel. I'm not a specialist in these things. I'm going through it. But basically after day 2, from day 3 and on, it's really been easier and easier, physically, but harder and harder mentally. And so it's been a process, drinking lots of water, getting a lot of rest as much as I can to recover. Came home, took like a 2-hour nap before this, and I feel great right now. I'm drinking water. I'm hydrated. I'm in ketosis to the max, and the body is producing stem cells that literally are like heat-seeking missiles that heal and repair and do all those things. But anyways, I've done a lot of research. I don't claim to know all of it. I just know a lot about some of these things. And I have for some time, but I just didn't care enough about my body to do it. So it's not just been a physical thing, but it's like a mental detox too, with some of the stuff. So it's been interesting. Yeah. Jared, be relentless, Daniel. You are an inspiration, bro. I appreciate it, man. It's just one of these things. Taking accountability for my actions. I got to own it. Just like with my dumpster situation, not buying them, kind of a different thing earlier in the live stream, but it's taking accountability, and I'm just, I don't know. I'm not going to lose. I'm going to win, and I will do whatever it takes to do it, to make it work. And not only just getting over this major kind of a hump, but then the real journey begins after this is gone, and then I have to maintain and not just be a slave to food, but to make the lifestyle change and to put investment in my body and care about myself enough to put in the sweat equity for feeding my body the right way, just carrying it all in a lot of different ways. And I haven't really even gotten started yet. It feels like, but I don't know. There's just no other option. It's either this or I'm dead. And as much as I want to go be with the Lord, I'd like to be here until he's, if there's something I can do, then it's on me. And a lot of times it's not all on us. It's not, whatever, but I know this is on me, and I'm accountable for my actions or my inaction. So it is what it is. That's just the state of mind. I feel like we could or should be in for everything, but it's easier said than done. Well, gone. It's a marathon, not a race. Look at all the positive that you are accomplishing. Baby steps. Yeah, man. That's how it feels. I'm hyped about it. I'm excited about all the changes that I'm already feeling all over my body. It's been great. It's been terrible, but it's been great. And if this, it's kind of like a subtle thing. And it's kind of similar to the conversation before. It's such a subtle thing. We feel what we feel is normal, but the truth is our bodies or our business have maybe drifted in it. The day to day, it doesn't seem like something changed from day 1 to day 2, but over a longer time horizon, maybe things have changed in your business or isn't going the right direction you want it to go. Or, your health or whatever. And it's like, got to snap out of it. Wait a second. What are we doing here? And that's kind of where I'm at. There's a lot of things that are running through my mind now. Getting clarity in my whole life, and that's a blessing. But it's also it's it's draining, and it's there's fatigue with dealing with all these mental kind of battles. Ryan, jumped to the silicone ring for work. I use that and have my actual wedding ring on my necklace, dude. So I have some silicone rings. They're the same size, of course, and now they're too big. They are falling off. They did when I put them on yesterday. I found them. Don't normally wear them. I have in the past when I'm doing work on the truck or stuff like that. But I do need to regularly be wearing it for doing dumpsters. It's at that point, it's just a safety issue. I'd like to have the whole hand cooking. I'm grateful for the 4 fingers and a thumb I've got. It's probably okay to be greedy with what I've got and just take care of it and just not push the envelope. So I think she's buying me a new one of these, but also we'll probably need to get some silicone ones as well, the same size. So we got Bella just struggling or something, living the life. But yeah, man. So that's kind of my update with me health wise. I was wearing like 4X t-shirts because 3X was starting to get a little too uncomfortable. I'm almost in a 2X right now. My waist, I think I was wearing a tight 44. I can wear a 40. And I could probably wear a comfortable 40 now. The legs were a little tight, but the waist fit perfectly fine. So at least 4 inches on the waist. I'm getting less sleep. They talk about fasting, water fasting, insomnia. Your body just needs less sleep, and you're just kind of up. You're just going. So that's an interesting thing. But yeah, find out tomorrow some information. Come up with more of a game plan for what's next. What we're going to do. I'm hoping to get a scan. Compare the 2 scans together to show. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. The tumor shrinking, the dissolving in the scan. A part of the scan is that they put stuff in your body. They inject you, and it only shows cancer cells. They say, excuse me, only shows. I can't remember what it's called, but to where the tumor basically lights up on the chart, and everything else is blurred out, basically. And so it was isolated. They knew the dimensions of it, all that stuff. But I'm fully expecting to see it shrink or it to be less and less cancer in that area overall. So I'll give you guys an update next week. It's been interesting. So we'll see how long I keep going doing this. I'm absolutely listening to my body. I'm not trying to be stupid. I'm not lightheaded driving down the road. I'm not at risk driving. Guys, I've been driving since I was 21. I was a school bus driver. I've been a number of different things growing up. I'd have multiple jobs at the same time, doing different things. But I was a school bus driver for 2.5 years, 70 kids on the bus, big bus. I hauled campers across the country, up to like 40-foot campers. Obviously, it's a camper. Big paperweight, big, rectangle. There's been times for both of those, and even dumpsters. I think where I haven't felt right, And if I did feel wrong for even a moment, I'm pulling over. And so safety wise, um, I haven't had that with dumpsters right now at all. Um, but I'm absolutely listening to my body. I'm not going to be pushing it just to make it happen work. I've got an army of people, including you guys, praying for me, encouraging me, saying really nice stuff. Um, I've got family, friends that care, and there's I've got support behind me. And so I honestly don't feel, even though in this wintertime, I prepared a lot better this winter for winter being slower. Um, but I have a number of people who are ready to jump in and help me. And frankly, besides letting me get more naps and handing me cash, I guess, um, there's not a whole lot else other people can do physically. But I appreciate your prayers, your notes. My sister-in-law, Rachel, she sent me a text the other day with a Bible verse, and that was really encouraging. And just, we're cooking, team helper, whatever you want to say. I'm really grateful. Um, Thankfully, this is not, could be worse. Could be worse. But it's already going in the right direction, I believe. And I believe, my body's healing itself. I'm along for the ride. Wherever he wants to take me, I'm down. Um, but he has surrounded me with the right people. And it's already been a journey in 20 days. So there's still 10 people here. You might be asleep. I don't know what you're doing. Thank you for being here, spending some extra time with me. I'm blabbing about this for like 30 minutes, but um, I'm grateful for you guys hanging out with you, chatting about this stuff. Um, yeah, we'll give you a little update next time. Um, Trying to find a new wedding ring to make sure people know what's up, what's cooking, and yeah. Shout out to my wife. She's been Mrs. Helper times a million. It's been a relief. Her taking on a lot of things around the house that I don't have the mental or physical energy to do stuff. And she's just been right there and not pressured me and just understood and just was selfless. And that has been, frankly, it's just a relief to not have additional pressures in other different ways. Um, it's been that alone is a huge help. So if I don't get back to everybody, if you're messaging me or comments or different things, long conversations take more out of me, to be honest. Um, that is a little more difficult for me. I don't, even if I'm not even talking that much, even though I'm blabbing here the whole time. Um, but as I'm going through this, I kind of have to, more than normal, protect my energy from what I do. And I'm definitely a little hesitant to record more stuff, just because I know that does take a good amount out of me. But um, yeah, I know everybody understands. It is what it is. Watching my videos is not life and death for you and your business. um, it's all good. So I'm gonna hop off here, guys. Thank you for being here. We got 12 people here. Appreciate you. I'll catch you next time. If you want to not hear just about the health update, I promise we talked about dumpsters for the first like 45 minutes, 50 minutes, somewhere in there. So some thought provoking, I hope, points I made and conversations. So I will catch you next week. Guys, be safe on the roads. Praying for you for frozen dumpsters. And dude, I almost forgot my show and tell. Thibodeau showed me his show and tell, but I didn't with with you guys real quick? Hold on. I'm just gonna pull this up on my phone and show the screen here. Um, that is a skeleton of a deer, of a head of a deer, and he's sticking his tongue out at me. Bro, are you kidding me right now? And next to it is the other side of the head or the neck or something, dude. Like, what are we talking about here? I'm grateful there was no blood and guts, and it was already frozen when they put it in the dumpster. So no harm was caused. Transfer station didn't care. But that was today, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me, bro. It's sticking his tongue out at me. Like, come on, dude. Oh, man. So, anyways, that was my show and tell. I hope nobody sticks their tongue out at you at the dump. So, have a great day, guys. Stay safe. God bless. See ya.